Hi, and welcome to another episode of Bespoke Architects Daily Pinup. I'm Nicole Walters, Director of Bespoke Architects, and I'm about to show you what inspiring images made our Pinterest boards today. We had a lot of beautiful vanities today. A lot of concrete. I was big into concrete today, and some interesting external follies. So let's get going. The first little image up here in the top left corner is a roof garden that just had some really nice curves going on. It's just a series of grass. It's nothing spectacular in forms of planting, but in terms of architectural form, it certainly had some interest. So that's why that one is up on the board today. I was on the Nude Concrete Basin website today and pinned some very inspiring images from their website. So they had a variety of inspiring vanity units on display. They do coloured concrete hand basins, so we can see a selection of them in these images here. Here is a peach one, and I just really liked the way that this corner vanity sort of really framed itself using that material as the splashback as well as the floating vanity unit. So I thought that was a really nice vanity unit for a powder room. This one here is obviously a master ensuite. I say that because of the duplicate basin scenario. So that is the Nude concrete basins that we're seeing there in a black. These are all obviously a countermount basin type. And then also the Nude concrete stool there, which could double as a makeup table, I guess. But I just really liked that. The color of the pink obviously translating across to this towel. The materials of this bathroom, where we're using a black marble and a black vanity bench, black tapware, the sort of more grey concrete, natural concrete look there. I just felt that was a really nice ensuite. This one was a really interesting image here. We can see that it's a floating timber shelf that's suspended from the ceiling with a white concrete countermount basin again, and the yellow tap. Obviously missing from this image is the plumbing, which would just be an exposed P-trap, one would assume. Hopefully you could do that in yellow. And I really like the tile in that. So I just found that as something really different and interesting with that sort of suspended shelf concept. And just continuing on their basins, excuse me, this is their new range that they were showing. And I really liked that particular basin there. They're sort of starting to do them with a little bit of shelf. Previously, it was just a basin and your taps were independent of the basin, and now they can be incorporated. So I found that to be really beautiful. Also from their website, this is featuring their stool, this image, but I just really liked the layout of this kitchen. We can see the fridge and the wall ovens. We can see, excuse me, the sink and the dishwasher there on that back wall. I really liked the way that the shelving went up. So the overheads, there's, some interest happening in those overheads that we're looking at. And then the softening of the timber in that front counter there. I thought that was just a really nice kitchen layout. They also do furniture as well. So I did pin this little chair from their website. It's on their sofa section. And this dining table here, I really liked that. I also took this image of their one of their concrete pendant lights. I often like, if I'm doing a concrete bench top, to then use that material up as a feature pendant light. So I thought that was really nice. So they're all up there for inspiring. And also, sorry, the last image from that collection was obviously just these concrete countertops here, which was really nice. And just the way that that sort of changed shape and height at the end there just added some visual interest to that island bench. This particular image here I pinned for those external blinds. They're like a bamboo roll-up blind, and I just really like the way they'd used them in sections on a facade. So these are an external blind, and I thought that was really attractive. This image here, I've put it on Landscaping Elements Folly. It's actually a library. It does have little boxes with plants, boxes for the kids to sit in and read, and boxes of books in that. But I just thought the material and the way that had been created was really nice, and it could be replicated on a smaller scale in a residential project. So that's why that inspiring image is on the board. This little project here, I just really like the asymmetrical roof line and the fact that it almost touches the decking in this corner and then sort of saws backwards away, and then it's got the hole cut in it for the tree. I thought that was really lovely. And then the same project, this gabion wall, which is the wire boxes that are then filled with rocks. That makes a really nice fence in the landscape there. So that is why I have pinned that image. This is an interior of that same project, and I just really liked, you'll see the built-in book storage over on this wall here, and the children sitting in those window seats. So that's why that image has made the board, as I am obviously a big fan of window seats and book storage. So that's why that one is there. Again, this little shape it's just an empty structure, but I really liked the shape of that and the way that it's sort of tied to the landscape with these guide ropes like you would use on a tent. So that again is on the folly board on the landscape elements. This little kitchen I have pinned because I really liked the colors, the use of color. So they've used a really popping green color, but they've used a really plain white bench top and wall. So it's quite simple in the way that it's been done, and it's quite deliberate in the way that the color has been applied. And then I really liked the lighting that was above this island bench. It is similar to other projects I've done where you sort of do a galley style kitchen, and then you go do a high end which conceals it from the living space. We can see it here in this image, and behind that is usually where you store your fridge, and if you've got an appliance area or food storage, that can all be done obviously behind that section. And we can see the cooking section over on the back bench there. We can see the induction cooktop and the bottom of that undermount oven. And there's the range hood, which is just a simple white box. And then they've got some really simple shelving and the sink. So it's a really simple, elegant kitchen. Like I say, I have done that style of kitchen before. And then I took this image from that same project because, again, I found that a really interesting way to present a fireplace, and then do some built-in joinery around that was book storage as well. So I really liked that image. That was all the inspiring images from around the web today. So quite a curated selection there. If you are looking for more inspiration, I have started adding the actual photos from Bespoke House for the golf course house up onto Pinterest. We've only had the video up there previously, so I am starting to load those images up. This is the floating double-sided fireplace between the living room and the dining room on the far side, and the kitchen in the distance has exactly this layout in it. Exactly this layout in it. The kitchen, our kitchen sink is on the island bench of it, but you can see this solid wall here, and that is where we've concealed our fridge. And our appliance area, and on the back wall where there's a window, it's just a prep bench and the cooking zone. So it is a great little project to check it out. I have included the link to the YouTube video if you did want to check that out. Thank you very much for joining me again on Bespoke Architects Daily Pinup. I look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.